So it's almost to the end of the Desert Rose blooming season, and I'm going to have some videos coming out really soon about how we're going to trim some of our desert roses. But here we are at the end of our bloom. Just wanted to kind of show you what's been happening with some of my plants. I have some over in the nursery, the ones who are kind of struggling, and then I have the ones here near my pool that I like to kind of look at and nurture along. So let's look at this real quick. So here's my big girl right here. She's about 20 years old now. It's got to be a little more than that. You see, we're coming to the end of our bloom here. We got some blooms kind of dying off, and looks like we got some I think a spider is making a little nest there, and we'll just go ahead and get rid of that. You can do that somewhere else, I think. And so this is the time of year we start looking. Okay, do we have pests? Yeah, we got some sort of pest we're gonna have to treat here. Look at that. Look at that. We got some mites here starting to make a home, but we're going to take care of them. That's not going to be a problem at all. But I'm going to have a video on taking care of this big girl all on her own, because what I want to do, I want it to be more full next year. So we're gonna chop some of these that are kind of stringy here, kind of worn out. We want it to be a little bushy than it is right now. So we're going to, oh, how lovely. So we're gonna trim this up real good after we lose all the bloom. Of course, we're not gonna do it before the bloom is done, but we're going to deal with that. And let's look at some of the blooms we have here. Now, don't judge me, because many of these plants I should have bloomed last year, but look what we got going here. I've grown all these from seed, and they're all kind of leggy, but oh, that's pretty. That's going to be a nice bloom. Let's look at this. Oh, look at that. Come on, that's lovely. Look, she is going to be filled here very, very soon. Let's take a look at some over here. Again, these are all grown from seed. This looks nice. Now I'm going to get a nice little chop right here. And then what I'll do is I will pull it out of the pot. I will clean up these roots. I'll trim off all this. I'll raise it a little bit. I'll completely change out all the soil. I will chop it right about here and let it continue to bloom. I'll show you that in a very soon coming video. Look at this. Oh, this is going to be this is going to be a beautiful plant right here, isn't it? And since we have these two nodes coming off right here, I'm going to probably chop it probably about there. And I have some in my garden that are ready to be grafted. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get like this guy right here. See how we trimmed it real deep just to see how that would work? It didn't work particularly well, although we are going to have a bloom. I'm going to wind up cutting this right here. I'm going to graft one or two right here just to see what happens, just to kind of experiment. But this is beautiful. Now, I don't know if you've had this experience, but for me, white blooms take a little more nutrients than others. So just something to think about. Got that one. And over here, this girl, surprised we didn't get more blooms on her, but oh, just beautiful. We're gonna get some more happening. Not quite done. Let's look over here. This one is just about ready to pop on everything. It looks like we have the same one right there happening. And this old girl is getting ready to pop for me. This was kind of an experiment with the rooting. That's kind of cool, right? Wanted to see what I could do with that. We had some rot on some of the stems here, and so I didn't prune her, but we're gonna get a nice little bloom here. But again, I'm gonna trim this up. I'm not gonna repot this one, so that one will be all right. And you know, what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna repot. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna trim them up. I'm gonna trim the roots. Then, after I trim the roots, I'm gonna let them dry out for a couple days before I mix new soil and I repot them. So that's coming up. It's going to be coming soon. Going to have a video on all that. You know what? Maybe I'll show you my derelict plants over in the nursery because, you know, let's just be honest. Look how fat that trunk is. Hold on, let me show you this. That's. I'm looking forward to doing that one. Let's go ahead and that's. Everybody shows you their best. Let me show you my struggling plants, and give me a second. We'll go take a look at those. All right, so these are the girls that are kind of sitting here but not blooming. I'll probably graft something right there, and we'll see if we can't do something exciting with this one. This looks healthy. We just didn't get a bloom. I just like to see if I can't do something creative with it. This one is actually obviously dead. Now, I don't know if you're an expert, what are the ones that have these super thin leaves? I don't know. I think this is a cool looking trunk. I'm looking forward to cleaning that up and seeing what's going on. Oh, look at this little bloom with the pink flourishes in it. These are all my non-blooming. Now, what I wanted to do with this one is I wanted to try to make a standard out of it. So I am probably just going to trim it right here and see if I can't keep it growing with a bush at the top. That was a goal with that one. And it actually is working. But, oh, look, we got a little bloom on this one right here. Look, take a look at this one right here. Hold on. We're going to have a nice little bloom. The leaves look healthy. The caudex is nice and firm. See, we did a very aggressive trim on this one. So I'll probably trim here and there and see if we can't get this to bush out a little bit. But we are going to have a bloom. That's good. Look at this one. Oh, she's pretty. Oh, look at now look, talk about root bound. But that, oh my goodness. Hello, my pretty. Okay, hold on. Talk about a neglected beauty. Look at this. Hold on. This one deserves love. Look at the color on that. Oh my gosh. We'll put that one to the front because this one deserves extra love right there. I'm gonna put it right here. So I'll make sure we take care of this one. If you think I should name her, give me a name in the comments and I'll give her a name. How about this one? Here's 1, 2, 3, and I'll name them. Oh, look, we're gonna have a nice little bloom on this one. We're gonna have more blooms than I thought, actually. Look, there's some blooming happening here. And this crazy looking neglected one over here with weeds in it and everything. Hello. That's pretty. So, you know, this is one of my OGs that suffered some real root rot and we're still trying to recover. So we'll see if we're able to recover her in time. And so this is what kind of lives on this part of my garden that got a little neglected, but we're hoping to get some of this cleaned up and get it fixed up and maybe gift some of these. And maybe I'll send one to one of my subscribers. That one's gonna pop with the real thin, again, with the thin little leaves. I don't understand the thin leaves. I'm looking forward to seeing what comes out of that. This one deserves a little more love as well. We'll put her to the front and make sure she gets the love that she needs to flourish. All right, well, we're gonna make our own soil like we always do. I like to use some potting soil. I like to use some compost. I throw perlite in there. And then I use, I'm a little cheap, so I get pine bark, and then I just crush it up myself. There's no point in buying crushed when I can just crush it myself. And yeah, that's what we got going on with our desert roses. And I think I got 3 more to show you real quick that are kind of sitting on their own over there. And again, if there's something specific you want me to show you in this season, let me know. I'm making videos again because I had a busy season of life, so I wasn't able to make videos, but now I'm making them again. So this girl bloomed like crazy. And these 2 bloomed really well, but we're gonna have another bloom. And that's why they were up here, and I'm gonna repot them. So that's it. The mangoes are mangoing. Didn't get the greatest harvest this year. I'm gonna have to clean this girl up, but that's it. God bless you. Thank you for joining me on my Desert Rose journey and staying faithful even when I haven't been faithful to you. Let's just be honest. And I got other stuff coming, so go ahead and like this and, comment. Got any questions, let me know. I'll see you later.